welcome back to another video. It is quite early on a Saturday morning today and I am wide awake. I have no idea why. So I decided that I'm going to film. We are going to be doing loves or dumps for November. It's been a couple of months since I've done it. I think my last one was in August. So it's been a hot minute since we've done one of these. First off, as always, we're going to start with the loves. My first one is going to be the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation in the shade R230. This right here. And this has been my go-to forever, like for years now. I've been kind of experimenting recently with foundation, like different foundations and stuff, just because I just kind of wanted to find a little something different, you know, just to mix it up. But I'll always go back to this if I can't find any, and I really haven't had any luck lately. As you'll see in some next entries, I will probably just continue to repurchase this. And what I love about it is that it has the pump right here, and then like when the bottle starts to get empty, you can actually take it off and remove it. So I usually just use like a small makeup brush to kind of dip in there and get the rest out, like on the sides and stuff. As you can see, I've pretty much scraped it clean the best I can. Another thing that I love is that they have a whole line of different shades that you can choose from. It doesn't make my face super oily like a lot of other foundations do. It kind of just stays the same throughout the day. Obviously, like towards the end of the day, after wearing it for, you know, like 8 hour plus, obviously it's gonna get like a little bit oily, but not as much as the others that I've encountered. That's why I just keep coming back to it, is because it's my perfect shade and it makes me not so oily, because I do struggle with oil a lot. I do have an oily face, and so sometimes that can be a real challenge. Still sticking with makeup, I have the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and it is silicone free. This is just another awesome product that I discovered. I was using the Smashbox one for a while, but since it's silicone based, it once again made my skin oily. So I decided to try a silicone free one, and this one worked out the best. It just has like a really smooth touch and it dries quickly. It smells amazing. It smells like coconut. I have another review on it actually on my blog, my personal blog, that you can find down in the description below. Last makeup related thing for the loves is going to be the NYX HD Studio Concealer. And this is in the shade CW01. I just needed something to replace my Urban Decay one, and I was just kind of in a pinch, so I decided to go with this one, and it was under $8, I believe. It works just as good, honestly. I wish I would have discovered it sooner, so that way I wouldn't have spent a lot on the Urban Decay one. It is quite similar. The shade is pretty similar, and the Urban Decay one I think is a little bit thicker, but it still does the same thing. I don't have creasing under my eyes, and it just makes it a lot brighter. This next item is for hair. It is the Suavecita Argan Silkening Serum. I actually got this in my kit because when I first ordered from them, I got like the kit with the pomade and the setting spray, and then it came with this also. I usually use it after the shower. I'll go ahead and use like 2 drops of this, run it through my hair, and it makes it so much easier to brush, and it detangles, and it just leaves my hair like really soft. I actually just took a shower, so you can just see like how shiny it is, and this has really been helping my hair a lot, especially since I dye it every 6 weeks. So I would definitely repurchase this all the time. but it kind of sucks when they're sold out. Speaking of showers, this is the Sensual Amber Shower Gel from Bath & Body. I don't think it's part of their regular line anymore. I think they discontinued it, but they do bring it back sometimes, like during their semi-annual sales and like the larger sales and stuff, and I'm pretty sure you can find it online too. Just a great fall scent, and it's just really rich, and I love their body washes. They just give so much lather and they make my skin really soft. This one is kind of a little bit of a personal item. It's the Coconut Lime On The Go wipes. I just picked these up at Walmart just because I wanted to try out to see. I've never tried out these wipes before. I use them like when I need to freshen up a little bit, and they work pretty good and they smell great and they don't burn or anything like that. Last but not least on the loves is actually a food item that I tried recently. It is the Marie Callender's Sweet and Savory Sesame Chicken Bowl. It's delicious, let me tell you. Like, I was expecting, you know, like ho-hum, like whatever. No, this is really good. They give you quite a big, well, not big, but like a pretty good portion. The noodles and the sauce is just delicious. Like, I am hooked on it now. So whenever I go grocery shopping and I see it and I'm like, yes, I want that. But it's so good. So I just have one in the middle. It's the Up and Up Blemish and Control Apricot Scrub, and it's just the generic brand from Target, just because I was kind of on a pinch again and I just needed something quickly, so I picked this up. It was okay, like it wasn't anything too spectacular. I prefer the regular, the St. Ives one. Over this one, it did smell kind of funky, kind of like plastic in a way. I used it nonetheless because I really don't like wasting a lot of stuff, so I try to use it up if I can. Yeah, it was just there. It wasn't anything to rave about. I didn't love it and I didn't hate it. So, all right, so on to the dumps of the month. Another Too Faced product. Don't get me wrong, like I love their brand, but just some of their products are not what I expected to be. This one was the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation, and it's in the shade Snow. I saw a different review on this and they said that it was for like oily skin and it would be perfect and everything like that. So I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. That sounds like exactly what I'm looking for. I tried it the next day with the primer that I got. Holy shit, it was too mattifying, especially like around here, around my nose. It just showed every single pore. I tried to like kind of put my beauty blender on it, like a damp beauty blender to kind of give it some moisture, and it just sucked it up. I was like, this is not what I expected. It's not in the middle, you know, like it's just on the other side of the spectrum. It is definitely mattifying, but way too much. I did because it is kind of up there in price. I did mix it with my regular, my Makeup Forever foundation. It seemed to be okay. Then it seemed to kind of balance out a little bit more. I just used it up in that way. It does smell great. I mean, I love the scent of peach. Some people may not. Just like their new line, the watermelon. I hate the scent of watermelon. I don't like watermelon at all. I don't like the taste. I don't like the scent. So for some people it might be good, and then for some people not, so it just depends on your taste. Next up is the EQUATE Coconut Shave Gel, just like the Walmart house brand. I had this one shave gel from Target, and it was during the summer, and it smelled amazing. It smelled like coconut and flowers mixed together, and almond all in one. I ran out of it. I went over there again and they didn't have it. Like, I couldn't find it anywhere. So I was like, maybe it's just a seasonal thing. Like, maybe they just discontinued it. Ever since then, I've been looking for a dupe, and I saw this. I thought it was gonna be similar. No, I was so disappointed. When I went to first use it, like the pump, it's all kind of nasty inside, but the pump right here is so hard. You literally have to take this bottle and like press on it really hard, or just leave it on the side of the tub or the shower and then press on it. And so that was a really downside for me. Another thing was that it smelled horrible. It smelled like cheap sunscreen. It didn't smell like coconut at all. And I wanted to get a replacement, but we ended up using it anyway. Oh my God, I just gagged at the smell every single time I had to use it. It was awful. Last but not least is the Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation. So this one I was really disappointed with also. My coworker, she mentioned about it and that she tried to use it and stuff, and she said that it worked for her oily skin. And I was like, oh great, you know, because I asked her, I was like, it doesn't like make your skin oily? And she's like, no. And so I was like, cool. So I went to go get it to see if it would work out for me. Unfortunately, it's a no-go. Like, I hate it. This is in the shade Fair Beige. And so the shade is fine, because I did test it in the store before I bought it. I don't know, I just don't like this wand thing that they have going on. Like, I would rather have a pump, to be honest, because that way you can get it out more easy when you start to run out. Just the consistency, like I'm wearing it right now and I'm already starting to get oily. It's awful on me. Like for some people it may work, but for my skin, it's atrocious. It's terrible. I only have it on for maybe like an hour or two and I start to get really greasy, really oily, and I'm like, that's not what I paid for. Luckily, I got this on sale, so I'm not too worried about it. I don't know how the regular one is, because they do have another one that's just the regular Shape Tape foundation, but I'm just kind of iffy on it now. I don't know if it's going to be the same or if it's going to be different. I kind of just don't want to take a chance on it, and I can't wait to get a new foundation. I've been trying to use this up. As I've said, I just don't like to waste things that, you know, like I've gone out and spent my check on. And on my eyelids, I'll take off my glasses for a second. So on my eyelids, like right here, like before I put on in the crease, before I put on my eye primer, it creases so much. Like you can literally see the foundation in the crease. And then like underneath my eyes, before I put concealer on, it creases so bad there. The transfer is awful. I can just literally wipe it off of my face. So those were my loves or dumps for the month of November. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys later.